Get him, Millie. You go get him. You go. Oh, you knocked over your water again. Why? Why do you guys do this thing? Bonzo, give me one good reason why they should knock this over.
Because they're ducks.
Why do you guys do that? You ruin all of your fluffage. Now all your fluff, well, that's probably dry, but now your fluffage all right here is soaking wet. These ducks, I'm ready to kick them outside. It's like, you know, when you're like a parent, even though I'm not a parent, but your kid turns like 18, you just want to kick them outside. Get out of there. You go live on your own. That's how I feel right now. I feel like you guys are 18-year-olds who are just being destructive for no reason. How are you guys? You guys dead yet? No, you guys are good. You guys need food though. How's your water supply? Oh yeah, you still got water. They're getting chunky. You guys ready for a little catch and cook action? Some little oh, chill! Gosh dang, these are flying. We got some work to do. We got to fill up both waters. Look at them, just knocked over their feeder. We gotta fill up their waters, their feeders, these guys' feeders. It's just chaos with these things. Absolute madness right now. But we're gonna go ahead and get all these stuff, all the chores done, get filled up, and then we're headed down to the big animals. Well, folks, we made it down to the animals. First things first, we gotta go check them traps. We gotta make sure, well, we gotta make sure we don't have any casualties. How many? Well, we have too many animals to count. I can't count that high. I see a baby. That's all that matters. As long as we got Karen's baby still here, hey, we're in good shape. Make sure the chickens. Hey, Millie, this fence is on. Okay, stay. Okay, we're good. Whew. Every time. Ooh, did something knock this one over, or is that like that? Does anyone know?
I think that was the one that we didn't have like super straight.
Yeah, there's a lot of food still around there, so I don't think anything really got it. Nothing here. Looks like nothing here. There's still food there. How are those ones looking, Hook Daddy? Still plenty of food? Yeah. All right, we're gonna go. No food around it. Oh, there's a little bit on this side. I see just a little bit. I think we got all the chickens though. No casualties. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, let's go check the rest of the traps. Nothing in the traps, huh? You checked them for me? That's good. Nothing in the traps, folks. I mean, like I said, that's a good thing. We're just making sure that we don't have any more casualties. Like I said, we're keeping everything locked up for now until we feel a little bit more confident. I think we might actually let the chickens free range today, so we're gonna spend pretty much the entire day down here, but then lock them up back up at night. But Josh, what do you want? Quit bang at me. You want some grain? That's all they ever want. They want some grain. Hook Daddy, you gonna
grain duty?
You gonna be on grain duty? You got this. How's it going, Felicia? You don't want grain, you want loving? God, you are pregnant, cheese and rice. Look at you. You're looking big. You're big chungus right now. How's it going, Cal? You doing cow things today? That's good. Well, Hook Daddy's gonna give everything some grain. So, today's video, we're going to try to build, speaking of predators and traps and all that, a predator-proof, knock on wood, we need some wood to knock on, predator-proof enclosures for not even really the chickens today, but for new animals. We want to get some quail, we want to get some pheasants, we want to bring the turkeys and the ducks out here, but we don't want them getting KO'd. So we're thinking, this is a nice little, somewhat flattish ground. It's a little bit high over there, but we might stay away from there and maybe just do this flat section right here. We got to take some of these trees out first and foremost, take some trees out. But we're thinking right here, like this whole area, we build a giant version of what we built for the turkey enclosures. So if you guys saw us buy the turkeys, we built an enclosure. It's like a walk-in enclosure, and then we kept those chickens in it, and then it blew over, so we put the chickens in there and they're doing fine. Basically, it's a huge wooden enclosure with chicken wire around the whole thing, including the roof. That way you can't get any aerial predators. Literally nothing can get in, because as of right now, you know, obviously we've lost some animals, so we can't let them free range until we can take care of all the predators. But we want to build like a big enclosure so they're not stuck. Not that these chickens are living a bad life in there. I mean, they're chilling, but I don't want the turkeys to live in that. I think we made it like 6x4, which, I mean, they definitely could live in there, but I want to make it a lot bigger for them. So I think we're gonna find a space here, kind of on this flattish ground right here, and do some measurements, and then we gotta run to the store and get a bunch of wood, and we're gonna build this huge, it's kind of like Rackley's. If you guys have seen the Rackley roost, it's gonna be somewhat similar, or even Trapper J. Trapper J has something similar to this as well. We're probably not gonna build it as good as them because we're just gonna rush it like we do everything else. But the idea would be to build huge walk-in enclosure, and then we might even build like these little dog houses and stuff. So when we get quail, we get pheasants, they have a nice little place to hide. So we've gotta clear some trees. We need to get the measuring tape. Definitely forgot the measuring tape. Yeah, it's up at the house. We need to go get that, and then we're gonna be cutting down some trees, moving some dirt around, clearing this area, and hopefully building a predator-proof enclosure for the animals. You guys stay tuned. All right, about there. Yeah, so we're at 34. So if we did 32, I mean, that's a huge enclosure. Basically we got 32 feet of space. Let's try it. What do we have depth wise? Probably about like that. I mean, yeah, like 24, 25, probably 24, 25. So I mean, we've got plenty of space. Figure out how big we want each section. 32 by 24, because that's 8-foot board. 32 by 24. I think that would be, that'd be massive. That'd give us a ton of space. We're trying to figure out how big we want to make it and also how big we can make it. Because obviously it's one of those things, like, I don't think you could build it too big. You could definitely build it too small, but you don't want to buy too much wood or I guess, like, you know, you don't have an excessive amount of space. We're trying to kind of figure out what all the animals we want to put in here and then how big we can fit kind of in this space. And then we got to go around to the store and get some wood. Boom! Here you have it, folks. So as you guys saw, we were sitting there trying to calculate. You got, you get 4 beefcakes at, you didn't graduate college, did you?
Mm-mm.
Right on, brother. All right, so no college grads here.
No. Let's go.
That's how you know you're doing big things for your life. And so we're gonna go ahead and draw this out on this board. I did it for one of these other videos, and I think you guys liked it. Actually, it helps me visualize. So basically, here's what we're talking. We're talking about something that's gonna run 32 feet long, and it's gonna run 6 feet high, 6 feet high, 32 feet long, and then deep, your depth, which is gonna have to look something like that, kinda. It's gonna run like that. So it's gonna be 16 feet deep, 32 feet long, and 6 feet high. So it's gonna look something like, see, we're getting there. And you gotta go up like that. Yep. See, I'm getting better at drawing. You guys criticized me in the last video. I've been practicing at home. Oh, see, there we go. I don't know why I did it like that, but that works. So 16 feet deep, which I know isn't proportionate, but basically, then you're gonna run every 8 feet, you're gonna have a beam. So you're gonna have a beam here, and you have a beam here, and then you have a beam here, and then beam there. That's gonna be 8 feet in between each beam. So each of your beams are gonna run up. Hang on, I didn't make this right. Take 2. All right, so that's basically what the structure's gonna look like. We're gonna cut it in half for today. We're gonna make it to where you could potentially make 4 8-foot quadrants. You go 8, and then another 8, another 8, another 8. But today we're just gonna divide it right in half. So you're gonna have a beam that's gonna run up like that. Then you're gonna wanna put a door here, and you're gonna wanna put a door here. That way, if you want to divide it in 4 sections, you can. Today, we are not doing that. We're gonna just divide it in 2. So basically now, instead of 32 feet, you've got 2 16-foot sections that are 6 foot high, 16 foot deep. So then you're gonna have a couple cross beams. So you're gonna have a cross beam there, cross beam there, cross beam there. So there you go. You got all your supports, and then you're gonna have one center beam. So this is, like I said, these are your doors right here. The whole thing is gonna be wrapped in chicken wire, and so then it's gonna be, basically this thing's gonna be divided in 2. See, you think I'm skilled enough to draw the, how do you do that?
What are you doing now?
Boom! How's that looking, Bonzo? Does this look good?
Amazing.
So this is the floor, okay, just to kind of... Did you tell your girlfriend we're filming? So this, yeah, what are you jamming off to, buddy? There you go. Here's your floor right here. I don't know, does this make sense to you guys? That looks terrible. You guys get the idea. Basically, 32 feet, you're gonna have 2 16-foot sections. They're all gonna be 6 feet tall, and they're gonna be 16 foot deep. They're gonna be massive. Basically, we're making a giant version of the turkey enclosure. We need to make basically a materials list in order to make this thing, and then we need to hook up a trailer. We gotta get the biggest trailer we got, and we're gonna take it down to the store, get all the materials, and get to build. You guys stay tuned.
Is he gonna make it? Paintball on the
Well, folks, we made it into town here. We were going to Orscheln's place. This is the place that's got the paneling we need. We need the hog and cattle combo panel. It's basically what we built our big enclosures out of. Like I said, we made a shopping list. It's extensive, it's expensive, there's a lot to it. But first stop is we gotta get some panels. So we're gonna run inside and see if they've got any, back up the trailer, load it, and then we're getting all the wood in another place. But pretty much the only thing we need here is panels. on to stop number 2, folks. We got all the panels. I totally forgot how expensive these are, by the way. They're 30 bucks each in case you guys are ever thinking about starting a farm. Keep that in mind before you want to start building fences. I totally forgot how expensive they are. 30 bucks. 30 bucks. What these are, just too much money. But anyways, we are on, yeah, these are gonna be some expensive enclosures. Now look at these. Should we get one of these? I feel like these are gonna be really expensive. That turtle's kind of dope. He's chilling. That's a huge boot. Look at, I wanna go see, look at this boot. These things are kind of sick.
It's 180 for this.
180 bucks, cheese and rice. That's a big ass boot though. Those are gonna be kind of cool, but a little expensive. Anyways, we are at Ace now. We're gonna get all of the, basically the hardware that we need for this project that I don't already own. I mean, I pretty much have all the tools and screws and stuff. We just need a couple supports, maybe a couple like long bolts and stuff like that. And then some staples, fence staples and stuff like that. And then Tractor Supply is the next up. And then we gotta go get all the wood because Orchlands did not have the chicken wire that we needed. I'm hoping Tractor Supply does. So let's get all the hardware. All right, right here, this is where we're getting the hinges. I always forget how expensive everything is. Who's paying $7 a hinge? Apparently me. I'm pretty sure last time I bought hinges, I got like a 3-pack for $7 bucks. I got a good deal somewhere. I don't know where I got those last time, but why they're so expensive, I have no idea. But we need, I would say we could probably get away with 4. Because we have 2 doors.
2 for each door?
Yeah, two for each door. So like a decent, I mean, they're pretty much the same price. So maybe do 4 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. $24 for the freaking hinges. I don't get it, but we got the hinges. And then over here we got handles hooking. Why is this so expensive? I feel like this was not. We need to start making trips to Lowe's and Home Depot.
Are we going on a budget here?
Because this is not budgeting. $7 for a little POS little handle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just not a vibe. Boom, 2 latches. Now we're balling on a budget. These are only $2. These are gonna be what's gonna basically lock the door in, and we're gonna use it as a handle as well. I'm trying to build this thing as cost effective as possible. It seems like it's just not going our direction. So wherever you can cut corners, we're gonna cut corners. So this should act as a lock and a handle, 2-in-1 for $2.79 each. You look good, Rick. We ran into Tractor Supply. We got all the goods. I figured we wouldn't bore you with all that. Literally, we got some fence. But what we did is we got actually uniforms for Hook Daddy and Bonzo. They had your guys' size, so we got you some uniforms here. You're gonna look really. We figured if we're building stuff, we gotta have some. Like you guys see me. I've been rocking these little overalls for a while. I got like some nice Bushy ones though. You look. You look good, my guy. We might need to hem the feet a little bit, but you just roll them. You can do a little roll action. See, then he's got a little accessible pocket in there. You can keep your goodies, a little button. Dude, you look good. And then when it gets hot, titties out. That's all.
Going titties out right away.
Oh, you're going titties out right away. Titties out. No, you look good. You look like you're ready to build some stuff. So we've got outfits for everybody. Now we're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna go build. We got one last stop. I feel like we've been shopping forever. We gotta go get all the lumber and the wood. We've made some modifications to it already just by processing in our head, but it's essentially gonna be the same design that we kind of laid out earlier. So time to go get the wood and then we're headed home. Folks, we got everything done. Millie's down here now. We got the chickens are free range, except these guys, I don't know exactly what these guys are doing. They look like they're trying to lay an egg, but I don't see any eggs, but they're just kind of laying there. I'm not sure what they're doing, but we let the chickens free range for the day. So we've got all the wood loaded up. You guys saw the time lapse. Nothing, no casualties. We didn't lose anything. Look at this. We are professional. Ocean approved. Dale's excited. Dale, you want to come? Dale, you can hang out with us today. We're gonna actually, what we should do real quick, let's let Dale out and open up their pasture, and Dale can hang out with us for the day. They can graze. And basically we're gonna set up a little mobile workshop. You know, I built that workshop up there, and then we ended up just building it out here. It's just a little bit easier. We're building too big of a structure to build inside, so we're gonna actually build it on site. This is where we're gonna do it. We kind of changed it a little bit. We were originally gonna do what, 16 by 32. Now we're gonna do 15 by 30. It'll make sense later on how basically, because of the dimensions of the wood that we got, it'll just make more sense. So if you guys are wondering how much it costs, I think the wood alone was like $350. The hardware and stuff was like maybe $100. $100. The fencing was, the chicken wire fence I believe was around $120, and then the other panels, which you don't necessarily have to have the panels, we just thought it would be easier and more structurally stable, was about $350. So if you want to save about $200, you could not use the panels and just use chicken wire, but we decided just to use panels. We think it's going to be more structurally sound from the roof standpoint, and then we don't have to chicken wire the roof, which would have been kind of a pain. So we kind of spent money to save us time, if that makes sense. But more importantly, you ladies watching, it is your lucky day. Look at this guy right here.
The one strap is a move.
Look at this guy. Wow. We're making it a new rule, basically. If you're on the farm, you have to be in some form of overalls. And so we've got hooked at. Full Jack, you're lacking today, my guy. Tomorrow for sure. Yeah, you'll be on your game tomorrow. But we got Bonzetti's. He's looking as good as it can get right there. So we're gonna get everything unloaded. Not the wood. The good thing is we use this trailer, so we can leave the wood here and just pull off as we need it, which is kind of nice. You don't have to really unload it. But we're gonna get a little mobile workstation built up. Hook and grab the cleaning table, which is then going to turn into the chop saw station. We brought chop saw, and then we got to get some electricity ran over here from extension cords, and we should be good to go. A lot of talking, but let's get to build. What the hell, Dale? What are you standing on our wood, buddy? What do you think? You excited? You want us to put this enclosure up just for you? You want your own little palace? All he wants is to be sleeping with Bonzetti every night, just like everybody else that's watching this show. But you're wood inspector. Is that what you're doing right now? He's making sure he's like, oh yeah, this smells like treated. You guys are good. You're doing big things. What was that, Bonzo's t-shirt? Let me get a lick on that. All right. Well, can you move so we can get some of this unloaded? You want to hang out? I mean, you can stay up here if you want. We'll work around you. Okay. You are the important guy here on the farm, so we got to make sure that you're staying happy. Is Melly chasing the chickens again? Yep.
And she's in the
Yep,
coop.
she's in the coop. Melly, get out of the coop. Hey, leave the chickens alone. Leave the chickens alone. Hey, quit chasing the chickens. Chaos out here. Here we go. Chainsaw time. We got to cut some of these trees on. So this is tree number 1. And some of you guys might be thinking, well, it could provide shade, which it could. It also could give predators an advantage. They could jump up and then jump on the roof and try to find a hole or something. We're going to leave it as a stump so they can still jump on it, play on it, use it as a roost if they want. We got to chop down this tree and then one over there. And then we're going to start unloading all the lumber and get it squared off. It's going to be interesting because if this tree falls over there, pretty much just going to KO the entire chicken coop. Chickens might die. So we're going to have the 2 biggest beefcakes on the farm push with their bare hands that way in hopes that it falls that direction and no one gets hurt. You guys enjoy.
We're good.
About died, we're good. Well, I didn't think it was just gonna take us like an hour or something to cut 2 trees down, but you know what? It sure as heck did. If you couldn't tell, the chainsaw blade was, you know, real dull, like extremely dull. But we got the job done nonetheless. Dale's still hanging out. Finally, it's like 4 o'clock. We started this video at like 9 a.m. We finally are gonna start building. Try to get this done before dark. Stay tuned. Wow, this thing looks about like all of our other projects, bag of wieners, but base of it framed in. So as pretty much every project we try to do, there's always a change or an issue or oh, we can't do this, we gotta do this instead. So originally we were gonna make it 32 by 16. Now it's what, 24? Or how, is it 24? It's 24 by 16. So it's not nearly as spread out this way. So now we're just gonna do 2 enclosures. So we can basically put like maybe pheasants and quail in one. For today, if we can get done in time, I don't know if we will, to be honest. Sun's actually going down pretty quick. This might be a 2-dayer. But basically we're gonna divide it in 2. So we've got the main frame done. The next part is we've got to get this. You can see how much sag these things have though. Obviously, you're not supposed to just run a 16-foot 2x4 as your structurally sound piece of structure, if that makes sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run boards here and there, and then probably put some center post in for support. And basically once that's done, then we're gonna throw the cattle panel up top, hammer, staple them things in. And then after that, pretty much wrap the whole thing in chicken wire in a sense. Pretty much, yeah, I think pretty much the whole thing would be wrapped in chicken wire, and then doors and stuff like that. I don't know how much we're gonna get done today. If we can get the roof done with the cattle panels and then part of it at least wrapped up in chicken wire, we should be good to go. So that's a little update for you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the time lapse. We're just trying to make this quick and easy so we can get this done before dark. So keep watching, I guess, and enjoy. Shit, look at Hook Daddy, we got a battle wound. All right. Shoo! Sorry, you're a beast. Cool. Yeah. What, you got a rash going on over? What's on your shoulder? Yeah. Turn around a little bit. What's going on there?
It's a little rubbage.
A little rubbage, but you're not sunburned because you got the Guggen Squad hat on. So that's all that matters. You guys want to be protected. Anything you want on GuggenSquad.com, including baits and all that, 15% off. Use promo code FLAIR, and it'll be linked down below. But we've got the ceilings, we got the supports done. Ceiling's completely done. We messed up a little bit, okay? So what I wanted, I thought it was called Cattle Hog Combo, but apparently it's not. This is what I wanted, the 4x4. This is what I wanted, and this is what I got, okay? It's got small ones there, but big ones here, if that makes sense. Not what I wanted, so that was my bad. I didn't even notice when we were loading. So the only downside is you've got like a 8x8 hole everywhere in the ceiling, which a raccoon could definitely come through here if they were skinny and wanted to kind of fit through there. I could definitely see them doing that. So we're gonna have to roll chicken wire all on the roof, which is what we didn't want to do. This is why we got the panels, but basically we're gonna have to do that. We might not do that today because we didn't account for that and didn't bring enough basically chicken wire, but then over here we can roll chicken wire. We do have enough chicken wire to roll here at least. So I mean, it works. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it does the job. Ideally I would have gotten the 4x4s and then we wouldn't have had any chicken wire whatsoever on the roof or the divider. But you can see we just have one support beam here. There's no other support beams. I mean, you guys can see the curvature of that bow looking thing right there. Ideally, you would have another support right here. We just didn't want to have a beam in the middle because again, we want these pens to be nice and open. And if you're also wondering, did we cut those trees over there down for absolutely zero reason? Yes, we did. We did not build the pen anywhere near them. We decided to leave a little bit of room here in case we wanted to put something like a new chicken coop or extend the fence over or something like that. But basically, this is what it looks like as of right now. What we need to do next is wrap this whole thing in some chicken wire, which is my least favorite thing to do on planet freaking Earth, is chicken wire. So we need to, we're gonna start wrapping it. Probably start on that corner. I was just gonna start on that corner and wrap and then stop, cut it off, and then do the doors and then do that. It don't matter. Either way works. Either way, we're just gonna get back to work is all you guys need to know. So keep doing the time lapse. Folks, it is the next morning. I know you guys, last thing you saw was a time lapse. You guys obviously saw it get dark, and it's the next day. And Buddy really, I mean, look, you even got the knife giving it a hard dangle right there. See, I got the Mondo optics giving it a dangle right there. But yeehaw, yee, look at you. You're looking good. He bought overalls, and also now he's a cowboy. But I wanted to give you guys an update on the shelter. We pretty much have it done. We did the only part that we didn't do that great on, but it doesn't look that bad. This side's chicken wire got a little funky. There's a little, It's just because we didn't have it vertically lined up straight. But a lot of this stuff right here turned out pretty good, and especially where we started, the very first side, this side's straight as an arrow. This is really good. So basically the whole thing's chicken wired. We don't have chicken wire for the roof yet. I know that's something that we're gonna have to do because predators, if they really wanted to, they could climb in. But basically right here, we put these little locks on it and we built the doors. The only thing about the doors is we built them out of 2x4s, which you're not. Can you calm down? So we built the doors out of 2x4s, which ended up not really working because it's too heavy. So when you go to shut it, it like does one of these things and then you have to like pick up on it type thing, like, and then it shuts, if that makes sense. It works. I mean, it's gonna be hard for predators to get in, but it still works. So anyways, you walk in here and we've got this little divider. So we've got this divider here. So we need to put chicken wire here because the ducks and the turkeys can definitely get through this. If I would have gotten the right panels to start with, we wouldn't have to do this. But since I didn't get the right panels, we gotta lay some chicken wire. Luckily we've got a little bit of extra. So we're gonna lay some chicken wire on this just to keep them separate. We're gonna try to put the ducks and the turkeys in the same pen and see how they do. We're gonna be down here pretty much the rest of the day regardless, and we can keep an eye on them. If we need to separate them, we'll separate them, but I think they'll be fine. Like, we kept Tom and Quacky together, Rip, and they did totally fine, so I don't think there'll be any huge issues. But I mean, obviously, like, you know, you're gonna have to backfill that stuff, and we didn't build it on even ground at all. I mean, this thing's about as crooked gets, so we're gonna have to do some slight modifications. But once we get this thing all covered in chicken wire, we're gonna try to build them some type of enclosure inside the enclosure, if that makes sense. So what I'm thinking is Bonzo's idea, which Bonzo's not here. He took the day off, I guess. I was like, okay, yeah, you want to go to like Worlds of Fun or something, I guess you can. But right over there, we've got plywood that's on the animal barns. They don't need it anymore, it's just not cold. So we're gonna take a piece of plywood from there, bring it over here, and we're gonna try to build them. I'm thinking like back here, basically just like a huge dog house for them that's like all enclosed. We can put a heater in there, we can put their food, their water, so it's out of the elements. Since we didn't put a roof on this, I didn't want to, because I wanted all the sunlight to come in here and everything else, but we want to give them something with a roof over their head, because obviously like the ducks and turkeys, they're not like super ready for living outside without a heat lamp, so we want to still rip a heat lamp in here, but I want to get them out of the shop if I can. So anyways, I'm blabbering. Basically, chicken wire, build them a house, and then bring them down here and see what they think. You guys stay tuned. We've got the worst looking, non-OSHA approved looking duck shelter, okay? I mean, we just used what we had left over for 2x4s. We made a frame like you guys saw, threw some plywood on it that we used from the old barns. I mean, you guys take a look at it, and it's, I mean, you guys seen a lot better structures. We're planning on moving the ducks out here, not the turkeys today. We changed our mind. We don't think the turkeys are quite ready. I think the ducks are ready. Mainly, I don't think the turkeys are ready because they like to roost on things, and so they're not gonna sleep inside of a shelter like this. So it's supposed to get kind of cold here in the next couple days, like 40s. So I don't wanna risk them getting sick or dying, but the ducks for sure will sleep inside this hut, and we'll throw a heat lamp in there, so they're gonna be real freaking toasty. So this is, Millie likes it. Millie, is this your new doghouse, buddy? You could maybe crawl in there, but we made it about 2 feet tall. We made it 3 feet deep and 4 feet wide. Just enough for, you know, if you, can I help you? Just enough for some ducks to live in there. I mean, we left it kind of open pocketed back there just to have some ventilation. Obviously, since it being summer, we didn't want this thing to be airtight. Now, it's not supposed to rain for a while, so we're really not worried about that. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go get a cheap tarp and basically just tarp this whole, oh, Millie got in there. Look at her. What are you doing, Rick? You like it? Is it Millie approved? Do you want me to build you one of these? You can come sleep with the ducks if you want. You can come hang out with them. You're fans of them. They're not really fans of you. But we're thinking we're just gonna throw a tarp over the whole thing and call it good. It's a good summertime shelter. Again, it's not gonna be anything super nice. And it's something that we threw that thing together in like what, 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. If we really wanted to make a bougie nice little, we could have. I didn't want to waste the time. We've got some other things to do. It's beautiful out here. I want to go catch some fish. You guys want to see those videos, I know. So basically we got the duck shelter done. Next step, final step, is to bring the ducks in here and see what they think. So stay tuned. Go get him, Millie. Go get him. What do you guys do? You knocked over your food this time? Why? This is why you guys are getting kicked out. Well, you're getting upgraded. You're getting promoted, okay? You guys have been doing such a good job. You're getting promoted now. So we're gonna grab, like I said, we're gonna grab their feed, their waters. I mean, honestly, I think I've got a better feeder down, a bigger and better feeder down there. So honestly, if we just grab their 2 water dishes, I think that's all we need. And we'll be on our way. Come on, Doug Wrangler. Go get him. You got Big Chungus out the gate. Come here, Chungus. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right, bud. Chill. Hey. Come here. You're all right. Yeah, you're fine. Want to hold one more or what? I can only get 2. You're gonna have to double fist. All right. We're good. All right. Come on, little duckies. Let's go. All right. Come on, little duckies. There you go. Millie. Hey, Millie. Leave him alone. Hey, be nice to him. Be nice to him. Hey. Look at them. They love it. Millie, hey, come here. Here, you get out real quick. Get out. Oh, look, they already found their new home. Look at that. They're just hanging out. Look at that. What up, little guys? Look, they're all sitting in their house except for that guy. Hey, you better go get in there and join your friends. Well, they're all inside their house. We're gonna go we're actually gonna give them a little splash puddle and see if they like it. Kind of like a little pond. Now that they're outside and it's really warm, we're able to kind of give them, you're not really supposed to let the ducks swim, at least is what I read. You're not really supposed to let the ducks swim in the ponds and the waters before they have their really good feathers. But since it's so nice out today, we're gonna try to give them a pond and see if they swim for the very first time. So you guys stay tuned. All right. Listen, I'm about to show you the coolest thing you ever seen. You're all right. Hey, look. You don't like the water? It's water. You should naturally like it. Well, I showed them the pond, I guess. I don't know if they're gonna like it. It might just take them some time. They haven't seen a pond before. Hey, your friends are around the corner if you wanna go get them. You wanna go hang out with your friends again? Or you like the pond? They don't know what they want. These ducks are just, they're so scared. Even though we handled them so much, it's like
I put a water bowl in mine, and they
swam.
They splashed around in it. Yeah.
Maybe it'll take them some time.
Yeah, they're just scared.
You guys scared of Millie? Is Millie terrorizing you guys? Oh, what are you doing? Oh. Come on, jump in the pond for me. Let me see it. Get in the pond. Go get in the pond. He's pooping. Yep. What? Have you ever met a duck that don't like water? If you guys have any suggestions, are they just tweaking? Do they just need some time? You guys let me know. But we're gonna let these guys chill. We'll give you guys updates in some future vlogs on how they're doing, if they like the water, if they don't like the water. But I mean, they're good here for now. We're not putting their heat lamp in yet. We'll throw it in tonight if it gets a little bit chilly, but I'm just gonna check on them. I think they're gonna be fine. I mean, they've got some big feathers on them. I heard once they have they're kind of like real feathers that they can regulate their body temp a little bit. But being that small of a little hut all together and it being like 75 degrees outside, I ain't even worried about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video of building a predator proof. As long as they don't come through here, we still need to go get chicken wire today and roll it on the top, but as long as nothing comes from the aerial side or climbs up top or anything, we should be good. We got predator proof enclosures now. No more casualties. Knock on some freaking wood. We don't need any more casualties, but ducks are in their new home. We're still gonna probably wait a couple weeks for the turkeys, but like I said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you learned something. I mean, it's not the most structurally sound structure you ever seen, but I wouldn't say it's too bad for a bunch of idiots that don't know what they're doing. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.